Allow yourself to relax as we drift through tonight's gentle tale. Hannah and Star's Forest Adventure. This story is about Hannah and her puppy Star, who embark on an adventure in an ancient forest, make a new friend in a deer named Grace, and protect the forest together. Once upon a time, in a little village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, there lived a curious girl named Hannah and her loyal puppy named Star. Every morning, they would trek into the woods, enchanted by the emerald canopies and the melody of birdsong. The forest was their playground, filled with secrets and stories waiting to be discovered. One sunny afternoon, as the sun filtered through the dense leaves, Hannah and Star ventured deeper into the woods than they ever gone before. They followed a narrow path lined with blooming wildflowers that seemed to whisper secrets in the breeze. The pair found themselves in a hidden clearing, where a crystal-clear stream bubbled up from the ground and sparkled in the sunlight. Hannah knelt beside the stream, cupping the cool water in her hands and laughing as Star playfully splashed around. Suddenly, Star's ears pricked up, and he let out a low growl. Peering through the trees, Hannah saw a pair of gleaming eyes watching them. As Star barked and wagged his tail, the figure emerged from the shadows. It was a gentle deer, more curious than afraid. The deer stepped closer, drawn to Hannah's calm presence. She extended her hand, offering the deer a handful of fresh berries she had picked earlier. The deer nibbled the berries and nuzzled her hand in gratitude. From that day on, Hannah, Star, and the deer whom they named Grace became the best of friends. They would spend their days exploring new parts of the forest, each adventure bringing them closer together. One chilly autumn morning, the air filled with the scent of fallen leaves, Hannah and Star awoke to the sound of Grace calling out. They rushed to find her standing by a giant oak tree, an urgent look in her eyes. Grace led them to a part of the forest they had never seen, where an ancient tree stood tall and majestic. Its bark was adorned with strange, glowing marks. Through a series of gentle nudges and soft sounds, Grace communicated that this tree was in danger and needed their help. Without hesitation, Hannah and Star set to work, using their knowledge and resources from the forest. They gathered herbs known for their healing properties and applied them to the tree's bark. As they worked, the glowing marks began to fade, and the tree's leaves took on a healthier hue. Exhausted but triumphant, the trio sat beneath the tree's vast branches, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment and connection to the ancient woods. As the stars began to twinkle in the dusky sky, Hannah and Star cuddled together, with Grace resting her gentle head in Hannah's lap. The forest round them seemed to hum with life, as if thanking them for their kindness and bravery. From that day forward, Hannah and Star continued to protect and cherish the forest. They learned its rhythms, respected its creatures, and in return, the forest revealed its many wonders and secrets. Their bond with Grace grew stronger, and the hidden treasures of the ancient woods became a part of their everyday lives. And so, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Hannah and Star would drift off to sleep each night. Here's another gentle tale to bring you comfort. Blossom and the mischievous pixie named Clover. This story is about the heartwarming bond between Blossom, a kind-hearted gardener, and Clover, a mischievous pixie, as they discover the magic and awe of the natural world around them. Blossom lived in a quaint little cottage at the edge of an ancient foothills, where every day felt like a page out of a fairy tale. Her home was surrounded by a lush garden teeming with vibrant flowers and twinkling fireflies that danced in the moonlight. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the forest, Blossom heard a faint giggling sound coming from her garden. Curiosity piqued. She tiptoed towards the sound and discovered Clover, a mischievous pixie with wings that shimmered like dewdrops in the morning sun. Clover was no ordinary pixie. She had a penchant for causing mischief while spreading joy and laughter. Every flower Blossom had planted seemed to bloom brighter and sway to an unseen melody as Clover fluttered around. But Blossom was in awe of the tiny being's magical touch and couldn't help but smile. Blossom spoke gently to Clover. "Hello there, little one. What brings you to my garden?" Clover's eyes sparkled with mischief and delight as she replied, "I heard stories of a kind-hearted soul who cared for flowers as if they were her own children. I had to see it for myself." Blossom chuckled softly, humbled by the praise, and invited Clover to stay. Over the days, Blossom and Clover formed an unbreakable bond. Clover's presence filled Blossom's days with endless wonder as she learned about the enchanting world of the pixies. They spent countless hours exploring the forest, discovering hidden springs and secret paths known only to the creatures of the woods. Each night, under the twinkling stars, Clover would weave ethereal tales of ancient times, peppered with laughter and wonder, leaving Blossom in a state of awe. One particularly magical night, Clover revealed a hidden glade deep within the forest, where 1,000 fireflies painted the air with their luminescent dance. The spectacle was sublime, a symphony of lights that left Blossom breathless. In that moment, she understood the true essence of magic, the simple, awe-inspiring beauty of nature. As the seasons changed, so did the forest around them, but Blossom and Clover's friendship remained steadfast. They continued to nurture their bond, creating a haven of love and magic that even the oldest trees envied. Blossom would often wonder how she had lived without Clover's sparkling laughter and the mesmerizing tales that filled her heart with joy. And every night, beneath the whispering leaves of the ancient forest, Blossom would fall asleep with a smile, grateful for the day she discovered her mischievous little friend. Here, on is another comforting story for you. Yuri and Lobelia, a lesson in empathy. This story is about a kind girl named Yuri, who learns the power of empathy from an angel named Lobelia. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, a gentle girl named Yuri lived with her family. Yuri had the kindest heart in the village. She was known for her compassion and willingness to help others. One evening, as the orange hues of the sunset painted the sky, Yuri ventured into the nearby forest to collect herbs for her mother's medicine. The forest, usually an inviting place, felt different that night. Shadows seemed to dance around her, and the rustling leaves whispered secrets she couldn't quite decipher. Suddenly, a luminescent glow appeared among the trees. Startled but curious, Yuri followed the light until she found a beautiful angel named Lobelia, with wings that shimmered like moonlit waters. Lobelia had sensed Yuri's pure heart and had come to share a lesson with her. Yuri, brave yet humble, approached the angel and asked what she could do for her. Lobelia smiled warmly, her eyes sparkling with wisdom, and said, "I am here to teach you the power of true empathy. Follow me." With a gentle flap of her wings, Lobelia led Yuri to a nearby town that Yuri had never seen before. The town was filled with people who wore masks that depicted smiles, but their eyes revealed sorrow. Lobelia explained that each person hid their true feelings behind the masks, fearing judgment and rejection. Yuri felt an overwhelming sadness for them and wanted to help. Lobelia guided Yuri to a well in the center of the town and told her to fill a bucket with water. As Yuri drew the water, she noticed it reflected the true emotions of those around her, pain, fear, and longing. "Now, offer this water to the townsfolk," Lobelia instructed. Ali hesitated but then nodded, understanding the task's importance. He approached a young boy, whose mask showed a grin, but his eyes were brimming with tears. "Would you like some water?" Yuri asked gently. The boy hesitated, but took a sip. Instantly, his mask faded away, and he began to cry openly. Yuri embraced him, feeling his sorrow as deeply as if it were her own. One by one, Yuri offered the water to the townsfolk, and one by one, their masks vanished, revealing their genuine emotions. As she connected with each person, Yuri realized that true interlocution wasn't just about understanding others' pain but sharing in it, lifting some of the burden from their shoulders. By the time the moon was high in the sky, the town was transformed. The streets, once filled with silent sorrow, now echoed with genuine laughter and heartfelt conversations. Lobelia turned to Yuri, her wings glowing brighter than ever. "You have learned well, Yuri. Never forget that immortality can heal the deepest wounds. Use this gift wisely." With that, Lobelia ascended into the night sky, leaving Yuri with a heart full of newfound wisdom. Yuri returned to her village, forever changed. She continued to help others, but now, she didn't just offer a helping hand, she offered her heart. The slow village flourished, becoming known as a place of true compassion and understanding. And whenever someone felt alone or in pain, they knew they could turn to Yuri, who had learned the true power of intimacy from an angel named Lamaya. Now, let's move gently into the next journey. Campanula and the Mischievous Pixie. This story is about a young girl named Campanula discovering her heritage with the help of a mischievous pixie named Arctic. In a quaint, picturesque village nestled at the foot of misty mountains, lived a young girl named Campanula. With her radiant spirit and ethereal beauty, Campanula was adored by everyone in the village. She often wandered into the lush, ancient woods, drawn by the whisper of the wind and the rustling leaves. One evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, she ventured deeper into the forest than ever before. Amidst the towering trees, she came upon a glittering brook, its waters shimmering like liquid sapphire. Perched on a smooth stone by the brook was a small, mischievous creature with wings that glimmered in the twilight like a light cyclone full of light, a pixie named Orchid. Orchid had a reputation for playing harmless tricks on the villagers, yet there was an undeniable charm to her antics. Campanula, with her kind heart, was not afraid. "Hello there," she greeted, her voice as soft as the breeze. Orchid looked up, her eyes twinkling with curiosity and mischief. "Hello, Campanula. What brings you so deep into the woods?" she asked. "I'm seeking the secrets of our heritage," Campanula replied, her eyes reflecting the brook's sparkle. "It's said that our roots lie in these woods, with the spirits and the ancient trees." Orchid fluttered her wings thoughtfully. "I might know a few things," she said, a playful smile on her lips. "But first, you must play a game with me," intrigued. Campanula agreed, and thus began an evening of laughter and clever riddles by the brook. Orchid's games were not just playful. They were filled with riddles that made Campanula think deeply about her past and her village's legacy. "What do you want to know about your heritage so badly?" Orchid inquired between games. Campanula paused, her expression thoughtful. "I want to understand where we come from to better appreciate where we're going," she said softly. Touched by her sincerity, Orchid decided to help truly. She flew in graceful loops and led Campanula deeper into the woods, to an ancient, sprawling tree with roots that seemed to touch the heart of the earth. "Here," whispered Orchid, "your heritage is intertwined with this tree. It has witnessed generations of your family." Campanula placed her hand on the gnarled bark, feeling a rush of warmth and energy. The memories of her ancestors, their joys, and struggles flowed into her mind. She saw visions of celebrations, of love and resilience, of lives lived in harmony with the forest. Tears welled up in her eyes, but they were tears of joy. And you are embracing the pixie, but praising the pixie. Fudge smiled and shimmered with a soft, golden light. Now you know, Campanula. Your heritage is a tapestry of countless stories, each as beautiful and intricate as the next. With that, she vanished into the twilight, leaving Campanula alone but at peace by the ancient tree. As the first stars twinkled in the night sky, Camilla made her way back to the village, her heart full of newfound wisdom and pride in her heritage. And so, each night, she would tell the village children the stories Ochit had revealed, ensuring that the legacy lived on in their hearts too. May you wake up renewed and refreshed, sweet dreams.